All right, everyone. We are live with another Basement Radio Arcade podcast. Haven't done one of these in a long time. Haven't done a BRAP rant, and geez, maybe a month. It's been
Yeah,
a
it's
while.
been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah. So as you all see, we have a special guest with us. We have Lord Cognito of the Iron Lords podcast.
Yes,
Cognito,
yes.
man, thank you for joining us this morning, man. Always a pleasure having you all, man.
Thank you, man. It's been a long time. Been back at BRAP now, the Tick affiliated BRAP.
Yes.
Make sure we say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're all family now under the same umbrella, which is great. So yeah, it's been long overdue, man. You haven't done a rant in a while. I haven't been on in a while. Plus, I got to get you back on. So yeah, man, this is good to do and just chop it up with my man BRAP and talk about what's going on and let's get to ranting.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And I think I want to say the last rant that we did together was after the school shootings.
Yes, I want to say that, and but we maybe did one more. I think we did one more too. I don't know. Fonz jumped in.
Yeah,
It was,
Fonz jumped in.
yeah, it was something passionate. I forget what it was, but it
Fonz
was
B
good.
Money jumped in. Yeah, it was good,
Yeah,
man.
it was good. It was good.
I
So it's
think
been a while. Well, we always get some good ones going. We link up.
I think it went like 3 hours or something, man.
Yeah, yep. I was like, oh, I gotta go at some point, but it was good, man. I always have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And hey, I just want to say something, man.
Mhm.
You guys, you guys were on fire. You guys were on fire yesterday, man.
It was intense, man. It was intense. It was, one thing what we try to do. First of all, thank you. Second, yeah, one thing we always try to do is, or at least I try to do is, when it's stuff I'm passionate about, it's tough for me sometimes to kind of look at the other side. So I was like, you know what? We know what's going on in these plagiarism streets. You know what I'm saying? But we had some good topics, and it's always good to get different perspectives and try to see where people are
Yeah,
coming from. But
yeah.
we kind of felt this one was cut and dry for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like what was going on. But yeah, thanks for listening, man. We had a fun one. That was really fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully we got some stuff
Mhm.
cooking. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let you know. But yeah, man, really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you for being in the chat. Always, I think what makes us have a good show is you guys. Like the chat is always popping. Like
It
sometimes
is, man.
it's like it's hard for me to focus on what
Yeah.
I'm doing because I'm laughing at what y'all do.
Like Irrelevant Native was trolling
Yo.
yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I gotta get some shout outs.
Mhm.
Relevant Native, Boss Moons, and I believe Jonathan B. Those three, when they're in there, is a problem. Cause like I can't focus. I'm laughing too much. Like the troll is real. They get Addict riled up. He goes, King gets riled. Oh my god, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, that is too funny, man. Too
Yeah,
funny.
man.
Now, hey, wait, where was did King did bend the knee? I think with Nintendo
Yeah, he did.
not
He did.
last week.
Yeah, last week. He surprised me because technically he didn't lose yet. The initial bending knee was Nintendo has to win the MPD, but the Switch, that
Mm.
was we were like, because he was like, nah, he wanted to make the bet for December when Smash comes. I'm like, nah, if you really feel they finished, you confident, you got to say they ain't gonna win it all. You know what I'm saying? So he was hedging. He
Mhm.
was hedging out, trying to get him to take the bait. He wasn't taking the bait. Then I kind of put the pressure. Then he's like, all right. He put his chest out. He's like, you know what? You right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So we did it. And then when everybody got thrown for a loop with the mini, right? Like we were like,
Mhm.
what? So Viscatella put it out. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm like, so I was teased. I was like, so this means you bent the knee, right? So I'm just joking, thinking like this still doesn't count. But he gave it up. He's like, nah, man, that's impressive. He was like, nah, I'll give it up. And I was like, I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last big one we got is Attic versus King, Spidey versus
Mhm.
God of War. Woo! 5 milli is a surpassing. That's gonna be something, man. I gotta see. I gotta see.
That's. I think if there's any game that can do this, probably Spider-Man, just given
Right.
how popular
Mhm.
that comic book character is. But we'll see,
Absolutely.
man. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens, man. It's fun though. It's fun. This type of stuff is fun just to see how the industry moves and stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool.
Hey, man. We do have some breaking news.
Yes, yes.
But sure, but it's funny. It's funny because the one thing I like about doing the Brad rants, especially if I can do them like in
Mhm.
the morning or afternoon, is that I typically like get something usually breaks around the time that I typically go on during the day or something if I can do it, which is
Mhm.
cool. Um, But it looks like Patrick, you actually said this to me. Patrick Sutherland, who was chief design officer of Electronic Arts, and actually he was kind of like their go-to guy in terms of like talking to the media when Amy Henig's project was canceled. He actually did talk to the media about that. Looks like he's moving on. He's moving on from EA, and I don't remember how long he's been there for, but I know he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, he's got some tenure.
Yeah, he's only 44 years old, man.
Yeah, dude's young. He's young, man. I met him in the flesh. I'm like, this guy's not that old.
Oh, so you met him in the flesh?
Yeah, I met him. Not last year's EA Play, but the one before, and he was really, really cool. He was really cool. We chopped it up for a few, and this is kind of like before, like Battlefront was announced, but this is like way before any type of microtransaction scandal. People found out about all that stuff. So the energy was good. Everybody's energy, everybody's loving him, and then obviously subsequent year we see what happened. But he's been around a long time from my understanding, and in the industry. And I think I remember when he got the position. But it's interesting to see what's going on there and what they do like moving forward, right? What you thinking?
The first thing that came to my mind is Microsoft got him. Because Microsoft's out there. I mean, look, they're out there aggressive, man. I mean, well, there's that rumor of Obsidian. I mean, that's
right.
If that happens, I mean, hey, more power to them. I mean, they're doing what they need to do. They're doing what they need to do. I've said this from day one. Game Pass is a great idea, but it's not going to have legs unless it has content.
Preach.
And so they have to do this. And so, it's interesting. I see people get upset. Oh, Microsoft, evil empire. They're just buying their way to success. No, they're buying their way to make their platform successful. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of, look, Naughty Dog didn't always belong to Sony.
There you go, preach.
Yeah, I mean, so look, this is part of the game industry business. It isn't new. What Microsoft's doing is not new.
Yes,
so, always amazes me when people use that argument, like, oh, they're evil empire and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, look, they're in a business to make money.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think though there's a significant difference this time because. I would agree with that. Like the last gen and stuff, kind of like own by Frank, but they really didn't have the property. I mean, maybe they get the IP, but they didn't really have full control of stuff. It was just like maybe buying that specific game. This is an investment in studios, so that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're trying to build your own from the ground up, and that's what I like. Let's get back to grassroots. Let's get back to not relying on second party or whatever it is, a third party all the time. To kind of cement their thing. And that's the difference with Sony. That's what Sony does so well. You know what I'm saying? They've learned from the PS3, licked their wounds. It's not like they really got destroyed or anything, but 360 really, jumped out. And now it's like, okay, Microsoft's I see the vision now. I see what's going on. And I think next gen, definitely we got to keep their eye out. And the last point I want to make on it is just that when people say, oh, they're just buying this, I like it because at the end of the day, the more you have, the more chances for one of them to really hit it out the park. And maybe
somebody's going to break out.
Exactly. So that's how I look at it. Like, just keep doing it. And if the bank's there, man, Phil's got control. He's at the table. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like you said, they got criticized for relying so much on second, third party type deals. And now they're doing the opposite. They're still getting criticized.
They can't win, man. They can't win. Look, this gen is an L. We all know it. Even the most diehard Xbox fan will tell you this is an L. This is your lick. To me, I liken this to similar, even though it's not as bad as the OG Xbox one. Remember when the OG Xbox came out?
Yeah,
it was great. It had some cool ideas, but they weren't messing with the PS2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it, a buck. So it's just like, you bow out. You lick your wounds, you re-up, you know what I'm saying? And that then came the Peter Moore era, that aggressive, you know what I'm saying?
Peter Moore, man.
Oh, love him. Yeah. But I will say this, I got to get on a rant. King's going to like this. Listen, the proof, it still has to be in the pudding on these games coming out and actually being quality games. But I will say this, if Phil is able to, develop with all these moves, some quality like franchise, like God of War level kind of franchises or games of that nature, these engaging games, you kind of got to look at Phil as the GOAT at that point, as far as Xbox leadership, as far as every person who had the title, right? And that's hard for me to say coming from Peter. Now, hear me out, Brap. I know you're growing.
I mean, yeah.
But look what he had. Like, again, this is hypothetical. He still has to close the deal. He still has to give these experience. I see you, slow mo. Don't be hating. Look at these bots.
Well, slow-mo's the biggest bot.
Oh, Digital Tiger here hating too. I love it. Yeah. Shout out to these guys. But no, man, I'm just saying, like, if he's able to pull it off, I think you gotta say he surpasses Peter, because at least Peter had a bad hand only from the standpoint of the Xbox was just the original OG was just making their mark as a system. 360 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But come on, think about the disaster of the Xbox One launch. Think about that. Think about how they were a laughing stock, right? They made all the wrong moves initially, you know. The Don made foolish mistakes. Here comes, Phil with a broken house with leaks in it, on fire, and slowly but surely things are not perfect. They still don't got the games, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, what you see that's in place structurally, you can kind of see maybe, saying they have a shot of turning things around next year. And that's all I'm saying. But he still has to pull it off. I still regard Peter there because Phil has to do it. But that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, look, I could totally see that argument. I guess for me, it's just a matter of, is it harder to maybe, you know what, man? Maybe I see your point. Maybe it's harder to come back when you've fallen from the top, as opposed to, look, you've never been at the top. You finally get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I think I could see that. I mean, I think if they, if they start, and again, we're all going to see this next console gen anyway, but
absolutely.
If they start, if these studios start cranking out some hits, some new IPs, you got to give Phil his just due, man.
Phil his justice. I mean, just getting them in place. I mean, I'm just curious about Ninja Theory. Like, what are they gonna do? What's gonna come out of that studio? Like, we most likely got Fable with the the Playground games. You see the talent with that second studio that they're hiring. Obviously, we said the initiative. It's a lot going on, man. And we're hearing the rumors about Obsidian, and it's just like, these are the people behind these games are games we revere. They still have to put it together. They still got to deliver. But all I'm saying is it's like because we're sports guys. It's just like draft picks, right? You're like, I see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting your offensive line together. You're rebuilding. I think he's doing it the right way, based on paper, just pure paper.
Dude, Digital Tiger is. I don't know if he's upset, but he's typing in all caps right now.
Yeah, he like what he says. Instead of fighting for exercises, fraud, Spencer had to create fake outrage for criminals. That's Bethesda, bro. On that latest one.
What do you think about that, by the way?
I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Sony ain't losing no sleep over that. What is it? A card game? Is that what they? That's what the one they said that they're not bringing. Give the information.
It's a card game, man.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's a card game. I mean, it's not like it's the Elder Scrolls that Bethesda's put out there on the block and said, hey, if you guys don't incorporate crossplay, you're not going to get Fallout 5. It's not. It's a card game.
Exactly. It's a card game. It's interesting that they're going so hard on this stance. So I am like, my eyebrow went up because I'm like, wow, Bethesda's actually putting it out there. Hey, it's not coming because of this. And I get that. But to me, the proof's more in the pudding when it's one of those iconic franchises. Excuse me, like the Fallout. If they just said Fallout 76, now I'm like, okay, I kind of believe you a little bit more. But to me, it's like Sony's in such a dominant position. To me, they can do what they did with Fortnite.
Absolutely.
Come out with a statement like, hey, we got the PC community. We've got the #1 platform, the most users.
Yep.
Play here with us. Like, what can you say? And still, Fortnite bent the knee and made a bundle, so to speak, with them. So
let me ask you something. Could you see like crossplay in the future being a situation like where it becomes like marketing deals, where one platform is like, oh, we got crossplay, we have exclusive crossplay on Fortnite, and then Microsoft's, oh, we got exclusive crossplay on PUBG. Like, could we
define that?
like see something like that?
When you say exclusive, like, crossplay just like between PC and that platform, and like, or like, what
Yeah,
do you mean? Like,
like PC and that platform, or maybe Nintendo. Like, could we
mhm,
see like it be a situation where they're battling over like similar to what they do with marketing deals?
got you.
Now it's like they're battling over crossplay because there's
Mhm,
no way, and I don't see this in any time
mhm,
unless Microsoft takes the next console gen. I
mhm.
don't ever see Sony allowing crossplay.
Yeah, they're not in the position. I mean, they're in a position where they don't have to do it. The key is if crossplay continues to gain steam, and we hear chirps here, we hear chirps there, people are asking for it. They at least gamers want it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start with the base. So, I think right now we're late in the gen. It's still in the early stages. That's how I view it. I still feel this cross play. Actually, to me, cross progression is what I want. To me, that's the next level,
Yes, yeah,
right? So
that's more
I
important.
think that would happen more. I think they would more allow that than the cross play, because I still think Sony wants to keep you in their ecosystem,
Of course they do.
and they don't care. They're like, look, until they have to get whooped, right, for them
Mhm.
to start really bending the. My gut says they still hold position. It has to be a plethora of bigger name titles. No disrespect to Fortnite, like more Fortnite level titles. Like, let's say Activision jumped out the roof, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
The next Destiny, the next Call of Duty.
Mhm.
Now you got a problem. Now you got to listen a little. These are like some of the, regardless of how you feel about both of those games, or Madden, like those are like I said, like sometimes the dude bro games, but the casuals always buy these games. It's hard to now refute that if those guys are giving you flack. If the head of those pubs come out and make these stances, you know,
Mhm.
then we may have to take a look at it. But we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you. By the way, on cross progression, I think
Mhm,
that's probably the biggest thing. At least for me as a gamer,
mhm.
that's the biggest thing I want. Like I would. Can you imagine Destiny being able to play Destiny like on like starting it on one console and then taking your player progression on the next console?
Let me
How
tell you
crazy
right
would
now. I pray for God bless Lord for Jay Funds already. I don't know how this man do it. 3 characters, both systems, plays in our clan, has his own thing going and play. I don't know how he does it, man. Like, and for me,
I don't
I
know.
do Flashpoint with bonds. I would love to have cross progression. Like, that's the main thing. He once he got, went from PS4 to PC. He's got that 60 frames. You know what I'm saying? Destiny on the Switch Cognito punch, you funny. But yeah, like once he's over there, and I'm like, damn, I lost my boy. He's got that 60 frame. He's not coming back to console. But imagine, with the incentive to say, okay, he'll come down from heaven and play with us console peasants if he know his character can go there. So that's what I see, man. I mean, that I really want that so bad. That would be so cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people would want that,
Mhm.
and I think there's probably definitely a benefit to developers in
Yeah,
terms of sales. I think that potentially drives more, software sales.
yeah,
People would be
absolutely.
people would be more inclined to maybe like buy that second copy of Destiny for
Mhm.
the PS4, Xbox One, whichever one they have. So,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So we'll see, man. I mean, I think this is all something that we'll get to next gen. We'll probably have more answers to. So. Big shout out to Sam Tolbert's in the live chat, by the way.
Shout out to
Sam
Sam,
dropped
man.
in,
That's the
and
homie. We gotta get him in here sometime, man. Sam, I love listening to Sam. He's just so knowledgeable, always on point, and he all his thoughts are his own.
yes, and he's got the hair.
Oh, the glory is here. We got to
Glorious
bring him back
hair.
to Isla Castle in the West when we go back to E3, so everybody can see.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny, man.
Oh, that's my
All
homie.
right, so let's talk about it doesn't when I listen to the IOP a lot, man.
Appreciate it.
You guys, when you guys get into some of the conversations you get into, they do get spirited because I think one thing that you guys do great is you guys have different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
Different points of views, and I think that's wonderful.
Mhm.
Um, and with the story of the former IGN executive Philip, and I can't even pronounce his last
Yeah, I
name.
always butcher it.
Yeah, is it
I'm never gonna try it.
Miucin or
Music or something. Yeah.
yeah?
I always butcher it.
When that when you guys started talking about that,
Mhm.
it was a very spirited debate, by the way.
Yeah, it was intense. It was
It was
intense.
great. But it got me thinking. I'm like, man, God, I wish you guys would talk about this more because I think there's so much more to kind of expand upon.
Sure, let's go.
With the I think potential impact long term, not just the IGN, but I think gaming journalist. Excuse me. I'm telling you, I'm losing my voice now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Gotta grab some water, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Grab some water, bro. Yeah, grab some water, man.
Right,
I'll hold it down. I'll chit chat with the chat.
There you go. I'll be right back.
Dude, shout out to Sam. Yeah, he got great ideas, Sam, man. What's going on, chat? Yeah, he would double dip more. I feel you on that. Yeah, cheap time. They allow cross progression with PC. I would assume so. At least Sony. I mean, I could see them staying put with that right there. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that slow mo. We seen the news drop with the yo. This dude just keep killing himself, man. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, Enrique gonna get some hot tea right now. He gonna get the sake. He gonna get the sake popping. Crossplay helps playing multiple games. Punch, yeah, man. That's what I want, man. I want, like I said, for us and the clan and just whatever game anybody plays, just to go back and forth. Is really cool, and it creates engagement. I think the public, the publishers would be all about it, because people buying multiple copies of the game, or not even if that, just playing with their friends on different platforms. Engagement is always key. That always helps. So, what's going on?
Yeah, Nintendo probably needs to work on engagement. That's another. That's another conversation.
No doubt. So what you were saying? You talk about you wanted to hit another aspect of the whole journalistic stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think I think we're starting to learn more too about who this guy is, and there's more stuff that's surfacing. I think Paul Tassi from Forbes.
That's my dude.
He put an article today saying that there's more evidence of this guy plagiarizing.
Yeah.
And it's did you watch? I think you guys did talk about this. His YouTube video.
Awful.
Come on, man.
Awful. I was disgusted, and you gotta understand. I know all parties involved, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
well, you met him, right?
Yeah, how. You just it's like a hero, what I'm saying, you just find out your hero is I'm not saying he's my hero, but I'm just saying a guy you really respect, and you just wow, man, because I'm gonna be honest, like I said on ILP, I think he's super talented when he first started. I was just wow, and then to find out the layers behind the thing, you're dude, you're not even it's one thing stealing thoughts, and this latest one, oh man, how bad is this latest one? This latest one is so bad because not only is it cut and paste,
it is cut and paste, yeah.
Then he's even stealing a person's inflection or an emotion.
Yeah, I saw that.
The "I believe" statement or whatever.
I believe, yeah.
That's not even your feelings, bro. So it really hurts because I obviously I'm a Switch fan. I watch Nintendo voice chat. They had my boy Jose Hotero was running it. He's from my borough. I bet him. Cool dude. And to me, that was when Nintendo voice chat was at its height. Right? He was informative and he was so good, BRAP. Nintendo gave him a job. So
he was good. Yeah, he was good.
I'm so proud of my Puerto Rican brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he made it. You know what I'm saying? Good for him. And then after he left, they were kind of switching hosts. They were not, it didn't find his way. And I'll be honest, I was like, I don't know if I can watch it anymore. I'm just not digging it, right? And dude comes on and I'm like, all right, who's this Filip dude? And he was just really bright. He had youthful energy. He had great points, so I really started to pick into it. And I didn't know the history. I didn't know that they found him from YouTube and all this other stuff. So yeah, just to hear all this stuff and see the layers strip away. And like you said, the bad part was that video. I mean, you monetized it.
Yeah.
You monetized an apology. Just think about that, right?
It wasn't even an apology though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the worst part. It's it's not even that he was monetizing an apology. He was monetizing his defense.
Yes.
What his actions. And your guest on yesterday's on Sunday's ILP said, let's not judge this guy. Well, you know what? I think we kind of can at this point.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, the plagiarism, like Jason Schreier said, isn't something that just happens once.
Facts.
And I love that. And the guy even comes out and says, oh, well, Jason's out there on a witch hunt. He's just doing clickbait for clickbait. And Jay, dude, come on, man. You can't, you don't step to Jason like that because Jason's gonna go and do his homework.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably the best in the industry at investigative journalism, and he's gonna come out there and he's gonna find a scoop.
Yep.
And that's what he did.
Guess what happened? The scoops were found, multiple scoops. And I wouldn't be surprised. I at this rate, I think we may get like a once a week or a few days, you may get another one. I mean, like you said, and just like Schreier said, those type of offense, you're usually not a first time offense. You've kind of it sounds like he's been faking it till he made it. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? Like he just sounds like he's that guy that's what he does to get in his position. He got fairly thing. Now I just want to ask you a question because I know you were there in the chat, and one of the debates was about like IGN's role.
Right.
Now I'm gonna ask you quick, like, do you feel that IGN should have vetted him more? Only from the standpoint that he was fairly young, he was only YouTube, and then to be made an editor. Like, do you think they jumped the gun too fast on it?
I think it's easy for us to sit here Monday morning quarterback and say, oh, they should have done this because, he's a plagiarist, but clearly this guy has been deceiving.
Yeah.
I mean, because this isn't the first, IGN's not the first company he's written a review for. He's plagiarized. He did something for Engadget.
Right.
Where it was shown that it was plagiarized. So he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just good at hiding and being deceitful. So how do you catch that as an organization? How do you catch that?
That's I'm going to say it's impossible, but it's like, it's so difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's so difficult to catch something like that. Shout out to Sam in the chat, man. I did watch Colin Moriarty's video. It was fantastic. I do agree. He killed that. He actually admitted, obviously he's going to have a little bias from being a former IGN employee, but he looked at it as objectively as he can. Yeah, he destroyed it. Yeah, that was a great one. I did catch that. What's Sam by asking Jason Elders to check for other examples. He has ensured he will. Yeah, that was everything he's ever written, contributed, published is now under the microscope, and people are going to be coming out the woodwork. I still think
Jason actually said he's getting more DMs and stuff for examples of plagiarism.
Dude, it's bad. And honestly, like I think what his motivation for that bad apology, lack of apology video is, I think he's delusional, and I think he thinks he's still going to get another opportunity.
No.
I know, but I'm just putting myself in the mindset of a liar, and you know what I'm saying. So, like I'm telling you, because you think about it, if you don't even admit to saying the word, I plagiarized, I stole, I'm sorry, don't even apologize to the dude you stole from. In my mind, you're withholding those words because you think you've got another shot at a job, and you don't want to admit that on camera. And shout out to my boy, gaming lawyer, my boy, Lord Richard Hogue. I'm trying to get him on the show. He's really good, man. He was just like, as a lawyer, like, you never do something like that. He would advise us, like, never to do that. But yeah, that thing's a mess. It's a mess.
And the whole thing with IGN and people just saying, oh, well, they should have done more to vet, and what else is going on there. This isn't. I've taken the stance of this isn't an IGN issue. This is a Filip issue. This is something that that wasn't caused by IGN. This is something that he did on his own, and we could say that now because we have evidence of it. And so it's like I never wanted to. What really kind of bothered me is how quickly people were jumping on IGN saying, oh, here we go. This is the bad media. This is the biased media. They're all evil, and it's like, it's look, media isn't evil because they're not, pushing or in your viewpoint, uplifting the plastic box of your choice. That's not how that works, And you can't claim media bias if they were pushing your console of choice and they were constantly putting it in the limelight. You can't claim that media being biased, because if they did that and you'd be happy with them doing that, then they're biased anyway, right?
Right.
So
yeah, exactly. It basically just comes down to a lot of people using that to defend their system of choice, and I get it, and a lot of it's kind of tribalism. All I'm saying is, this is the vibe I get from it, and what my personal opinion is. This is the actions of one single rogue individual. You know, exactly. He's a rogue agent just running wild, like doing a terroristic act. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at this. A lot of these guys, I know them. They work very hard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am biased on a little level because I know a lot of these guys, but I think I have a closer, because I'm close to a lot of them. I see the work. I see these guys hitting the ground running while I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing, when I see the articles, the quality, you know what I'm saying, the time spent. And it sucks because now they're thrown in the bus. Oh, IGN, you know, they all over there plagiarizing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks for them to now, their name sullied for people I know that's really good people. Just, it sucks, man. You know what I mean? And they did the right thing. Shout out to my boy Brandon Tyrell. He did the rewrite. It's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I heard there's rumors that they're reaching out to Boomstick Gaming. Well, I don't know if some type of monetization thing on that, you know, for the initial, you know, bad review, you know, but at the end of the day, good thing that's positive is at least Boomstick is eating. You know what I'm saying? At least he's getting the proper credit, because a lot of small YouTubers would love to have gotten that shot. And what sucks with this guy does is, by him doing that, now that makes, you know, top journalists, top media, top gaming media look at the YouTuber like, yo, we can't trust these guys. Look what happened.
You know what? Actually, and it's funny you just brought that up. I was about to.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about the impact on even YouTubers now, content creators. Like what does this mean for us? Like, are we under the microscope now because one guy went in there and nuked it at IGN?
Absolutely. Like, it's supposed to be the Cinderella story, right? The little guy that comes up, puts in the work, gets noticed by the big, you know, record label, you know what I'm saying? Gets signed, and then they caught you. Drake, let me stop. I ain't gonna say Drake, because
Drake.
it gets so bad when I go on his boy.
Hey,
but it's like,
did Drake get fired though? I mean,
he didn't get fired, true, because Jake got so many hits. But it's a bad analogy. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things that now every YouTuber is going to be given that second, that third, and maybe not even that look now because of this guy. And this guys that put out super quality content don't get a shot, and that sucks.
Yeah. Well, you know, and Philip actually believes that, and maybe this is just his part of the problem too. Maybe because he comes from the YouTube world where there's always, you know, sometimes in YouTube you have people discussing other people's opinions and thoughts, right? So you're consistently like quoting them and talking about them, and I think maybe, well, his defense is that, hey, you know what, you know, we're all talking about people's opinions anyways, you know, so I'm just covering or discussing points that other people have made, and so therefore it's not plagiarism. And that's kind of his defense. I mean, that's not the exact words that he used, but that's kind of what he's been using.
That's his mindset.
Defense. Yeah, his mindset.
Because that's why he won't apologize. That he trying. I think in his mindset, like, yo, I didn't really do anything wrong. You know, I still have my original thoughts, and I think that's probably what his personal defense is. But at the end of the day, now as the rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper, and we find out more and more, dude, there's a difference between, you know, someone having the same idea or one single thought, but when you're taking someone's structural phrases, like an entire paragraph, and then changing two words here and there, any lawyer will say it's still intellectual theft. Like, it's still, you're still stealing these are not your original ideas. You're just substituting a word and making a synonym here and there. That's it. So he's delusional, man. He is delusional. That's just yeah. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, and again, his man, I saw the video, man. It was just.
Weren't you disgusted? Weren't you just angry?
Well, it's funny because I hadn't watched the video until I listened to you and ILP, and Cognito, man. There's very few instances I think I've heard you on ILP where like you just like very fired up and angry about something. You were fired up and angry.
Yeah,
you were like, yo, this got me angry, like,
bro.
And I think it's because you've seen the creative process. You've been around those guys. You know the legwork that they put into this. You know how hard it is. I mean, you guys were running around. I mean, I talked to King when you guys were at E3. I mean, he's like, yeah, man, we just been grinding. You know, like it's running around, and it's like it's hard work.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, Sam would tell you, man. I was running with Sam, you know, all those days, like for that week, and we were just hitting the ground running. and it's non-stop, man. You really don't have a lot of time to have fun or relax to yourself because the next day, boom, you got to hit this, you got to do this coverage. It's just non-stop. So
Yeah.
I feel for those guys, you know. And then this guy is just like your man is just lying to you. You know, like one of your friends is just straight lying to you. I'm just like, yeah, dude, all you got to say, I'm sorry. You know, I mean, whatever reason it was, I was under duress. I was, I was just too stressed out. I had deadlines to meet. I made a journalistic error, Mr. Boomstick. I'm sorry. And then, you close it with, I know I messed up, and all I can do is hope to get your trust again. That's it.
That's
Done.
it. That's all you have to do.
Get out of there. But then you want to now feel yourself. You don't want to admit it. And then you want to drop the freestyle against Jason about, yo, check my resume, son. You know?
Don't do that against Jason Schreier. Just
Jason about to smoke.
Yeah.
I've seen him. I've seen Jason lives for that. He like, oh, word? Okay, we're going to go now get these receipts and we're going to bomb back.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea for him to do that.
Yeah. And Jason's going to drag him. I'm telling you, I know Jason.
Oh,
going to drag. He's not letting up. It's going to be each day. We're going to get a week. Every week, we may get a new song released that he copied.
He said a new song.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these dudes, Quentin Miller freestyle is going to be popping up about what joint he's throwing next. And people, you already told me. I didn't even know. You just told me now. People are DMing him and coming out the woodwork of more stuff. So yeah.
I mean, look, it's just the part that killed me about his videos when he got out of his chair and like walked away. Like that like dramatic sequence.
Yeah.
Like he was doing his own mic drop. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
To me, that action shows me a lot about his character.
Absolutely. It made me look at him different. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Dude, you're somebody who lacks character because you think it's okay to steal things from people.
Yeah, it's an integrity issue. Yeah, he's not there. He's not at the admission stage at all.
No, he really isn't. So let me ask you, what does this mean for gaming journalism then? I mean, we talked about, could IGN have done a better, done better at vetting this guy? And they probably, you got to assume that internally they're probably like, hey, how did this guy slip through the cracks?
Slip by. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So I mean, your question is like, how does Jamie I can't even talk. Does gaming journalism move forward from this? Is that more your question, or
that? And what's the impact going to be on people like us? People who even have a mistrust for the media, anyways.
Yeah.
What's the impact?
I just think that it really sets us back. It's a tremendous setback. I agree with you. I think you're making a fantastic point. I think that the reverberation of something like this, not only sullies IGN name, but like you said, it really sullies the little guy who makes quality content, because now we're going to be grouped up into the Philip category. Can we trust this guy? How, if we put him under the big lights, what is he going to do? You know what I'm saying? And, Philip was supposed to be our pioneer for that. That IGN is the biggest, one of the biggest game journalist sites, and he blew it. He blew it. So yeah, I think you're onto something. I think that's a great question, because I can't see any major site now. At least I will say this: if they do hire guys like us, it ain't gonna be no editor position off the rip. They're gonna make it work. Yeah, that's over. Giving someone a shot off of talent, I think, is a wrap now. No brand wants to put their name through that. What IGN's going through right now. We gonna start, I can say game testing, but we gonna be at the bottom, bro.
No, you're gonna be game testing. That's what's.
We gonna be the best.
Welcome to IGN.
We gonna be holding the camera. We gonna shout out to Sam dropping some bobs in there. Everyone now has doubt cast over them. Gamers will trust the media less. They'll be less willing to hire YouTubers. 2, IGN needs to get things in order. They lost a ton of talent over the last couple of years and need to rebuild. Yeah, and I think this number 2 is probably what led them to be more receptive to giving a guy like him, a YouTuber.
That's a great point.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Just said. That's probably why they did it, because they have been losing guys. The kind of funny guys. You know what I'm saying? All of them left. Arnie left. Yep. Yeah. my boy Jose. Everybody's leaving to getting jobs. There's an influx of talent that is actually moving out. So yeah, this is great points between you and Sam. I didn't think about it.
Number two is actually a really great point from Sam, because I mean I've seen that, my own life working for companies. I do corporate recruiting, talent acquisition, and that's often a knee-jerk reaction to people leaving so soon. That managers just we got to fill the spot. We got to get, and especially in this business where it's so competitive, you got to be first to the story. Or you want to be first to the story, right? You want to create content that's going to keep people coming back to your site and driving clicks. And they probably saw this guy like, oh my God, this guy's great. Like, clearly, a Nintendo podcast isn't what it was. This guy's good. And we like his voice. Let's give him a shot.
Dude, I mean, I don't know if you got a chance, but I have a good relationship with Dreamcast Guy, and Dreamcast Guy and this guy were like close.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you caught his latest one.
And that's the latest one I didn't catch. No.
But you got to catch. He was almost intense. He was just like, I can't defend, because people were giving Dreamcast, I can't believe you turned on Philip. He's like, dude, I can't defend this. You know what I'm saying? This is like someone who is completely another person. And yeah, he went in. I felt for him. It's a good one. You got to check it.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Sam says, for the love of all that is good and holy, source and use and write your own crap. Reviews are generally the easiest opinion-based pieces to write. Yeah.
Preach, man, preach.
I typically actually refer people to Sam's reviews, because I think Sam always writes a good review.
Yes.
That feels like just honest and fair.
Objective.
And just as objective as you can get with a review.
Yes.
I always feel like that's the one area Sam's always excelled in.
Absolutely.
I typically read his reviews first before reading some of the big media sites. So
absolutely, not the emotion involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Just telling it how it is.
Exactly.
That's the thing. People get too caught up with it, and it's because they're attached to a console or a franchise. So yeah, shout out to Sam on that, man. And more people, we just got to keep down low to the grindstone, and like I said, hopefully this black eye on journalistic aspect, kind of gets. Now it's never going to slip under the rug, but hopefully eventually it dies down, and the next guy up hopefully can get a shot.
Yeah. Well, I hope that this isn't something that happens again, where there's another journalist at another big gaming site.
Yeah.
I mean, because think about the distrust. I mean, I think there's already. I personally don't have distrust with the gaming media. Right. I don't, because I've talked to these folks. I mean, I visually haven't seen them, put in the work that you have, but I've had conversations, and they've always said, look, it's not this glamorous lifestyle that you think it is. It's long hours at the office. It's with the day and age of the internet, it's you're getting verbally abused.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those guys work, man. Those guys work. I have tremendous respect for these guys. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, we've already had the bias media discussion before, I believe, on BRAP. But all I'll say is like this. I always feel that, as a whole, you know what I'm saying, I don't necessarily feel there's all these narratives, like there's evil, sites all grouped together, you know what I'm saying, kind of. But at the same time, I do feel humans are imperfect, and certain people have inherent biases, and we all do. So I think what happens is maybe the actions of few then kind of like this get lumped up. If someone does something that's unethical, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, the whole site is like that. You see what I'm saying? And I think people get caught up with that. And then again, it's an emotional thing. You like a game, you're passionate about a game, you like a system, you're passionate about the system. If it gets a bad review, I caught myself like, damn, they ripped my game. Damn. At the end of the day, you have to make that decision. You have to also go to other people. That one site is not God. So if you don't like what it is, that's where the YouTube community is great, right? Because you like, what? I have a relationship with this guy personally. Let me see what he has to say. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where the YouTube stuff will never go away. So that's why I said, at the end of the day, it's one man's. There's games that IGN games giving 6s and these are like some of my favorite games of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's gonna be able to influence. I just go there for certain opinions, right? For people that I respect, or if it is somebody unknown, but they have the review first, I'll just look at it and see what's up. And then from there, you make an informed decision. But people get so emotional because you know what it is? I think it is, BRAP.
What's that?
The age of Metacritic. Because people want to pump out their chest. My game got an 89. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your game was a 65. That's now, remember, this is like sports teams now, right? Xbox versus PlayStation. So it's like, look at all these 90s we got. What you Xbox got? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's become now. People want to pump the chest out. MVD. That's where the fanboyism really gets out.
We got 90s. We got more 90s than you do.
Oh, look how many platinum plaques we got.
Yeah.
So, it's that age. It's Metacritic, and let's keep it true. And I'm no disrespect to Lord Piscatella. That is my man. He has done nothing wrong. He reports the numbers and he calls the growth of the industry. I love what he does. The problem is fanboys take that number off that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't winning MPDs and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's part of it is fun. I ain't gonna lie, it is humorous. But that's what this all is. People want to call bias media, but even King got caught up. He's like, "Yo, the numbers was rigged." Remember what?
Yeah. I remember saying that the numbers were rigged.
Like, oh my god! Yo,
let me tell you, there's sometimes I want to jump in.
My god!
When King's like, "Oh, I don't know. You know, they got 70 million consoles sold, but only 2 million. You know, this game sold. Numbers don't add up."
He's like, "It don't add up. They got 70 million, but only 5. That's not good." We're like, "No, okay." And remember, I have to give him this. He's such a man of his convictions. I almost passed out in horror when this man told Lord Piscatella, "But yo, can the numbers be fixed though?" Remember when he said that? I said, "I cannot believe he said that." You know what I'm saying? No, Illuminati lords. We had our Illuminati lords. Thank God Lord Piscatella laughed it off.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, yo, that man has no fear. When he believes something, he's running with it.
You know, I gotta give him props, man. He's asking those hard questions, those tough questions, you know.
Man, of his convictions, man. You gotta give that to King. Like he's gonna ride with his heart and all his certain feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh my god, it's too funny. So we're gonna see how this thing rides out. Like I totally agree with you. I think we're gonna this guy, this fool, opened up his mouth, challenged Jason. Jason's gonna have an article coming out soon, probably.
Yeah, he gonna drag him. I'm telling you right now. We might get a new plagiarist piece once a week at this point. People are gonna he doesn't stop. I've seen him, man. He don't stop.
No, he doesn't, man. Jason's no joke, man.
Jason's no joke. And at the end of the day, you gotta respect it because he's protecting journalists who do it the right way.
Yes.
And they're looking at this guy as a fraud, as a person who faked it the way he made. Let's keep it real. That's how because he's already said, Colin already said, they've all spoke to IGN employees right now behind. They are dragging him. Make it no, like they are livid with this situation in Philip. Like, make no mistake, there's not anybody over there behind it. It's just that professionally, they're not going to say it and come out.
No, they're not going to come out.
They're not going to say that.
Although I think IGN's editor-in-chief.
Stapleton came out and said
Stapleton's like said something on Twitter about him.
Yo, I passed out. He said that was worse than a Kevin Spacey apology. Yes. I was like, whoa. He said, "I've never been so disrespected and lied to my face." So Philip must have still been lying during the investigation and firing before the firing process when they probably approached him. This is bad, man. This is really bad, and this is definitely a sad week for the industry, man. I'm just like, can't believe this is happening.
Yeah. Well, on a good note, a good side note, you know, I know you're a big Destiny 2 fan, and so. And so I wanted to talk to you about Destiny because, like, I'm probably more of a casual Destiny fan, right? No doubt. I kind of gave up on it. After talking to you and hearing about some of the improvements they're going to make to the game, I went and downloaded
get that Forsaken?
No, well, yes, I did get that.
Like
the Warframe DLC.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, you know what, Slow-Mo? Look, let me tell you something. Slow-Mo says Destiny talk. Slow-Mo's game is The Division, which is garbage. Slow-Mo, you don't have to. We're gonna talk about. We talk about quality. We're gonna talk about quality here, right? I'm waiting for him. He's gonna fire back.
You know he's about to ball back. Slow is not gonna take that. I'm there right for the vision.
Yeah. Although Slow-Mo was catching L's in the DM the other day. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah. So, but I gotta say, man, like I think one of the knocks, at least for me, was, there's no end game. There's the rewards don't feel like satisfying enough. There's not enough to keep me busy and keep me coming back. And then I download the Warframe DLC. Or not Warframe. Warmind. Thank you. Warframe's a different game. And I'm like, okay, this is all right. This is cool, right?
Yeah.
I started playing more. I'm like, oh, you know what? I like these drops. I'm getting more drops. And then the Summer Solstice event comes out.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is a step in the right direction.
Yes.
I can upgrade my armor. I get new armor. I get new missions. You know, some of the missions are a little bit like retread, and that's my only complaint. You know, like why couldn't they? Yeah, I mean, they're not exact, but they are with some slight minor tweaks to I think the missions. But still, I mean, that's a starting point, right? I can deal with it.
Absolutely.
Big shout out to Jay Fonz. Speaking of Destiny, Jay Fonz,
baby.
Yeah. So, but I wanted to get your thoughts. I know we've talked about this on BRAP before we had you on. When you were talking about giving us kind of that update of what was going to happen with Destiny. How do you feel now, like as a hardcore Destiny player?
Right.
How do you feel about the direction they're heading in now?
I'm confident. I will say that for the first time, we literally the last, shout out to my boy Lordy Bontis. The last flashpoint we did, we had that conversation at the very end, and we're like, look, what can we say now? How do you feel? And what can you say now to someone who's walked away from Destiny, who are disgusted with Destiny 2? And is it safe to come back? That was the question we posed to each other to ask honestly. And we've asked this question. We do like every 2-month check.
Like that. Is it safe to come back?
Yeah, no, serious. Like, is the water nice now? Can you put your foot in? Can you dip your toe? And, Ibontis for the first time, and he's been, I know I'm bad. He's worse than me. Like, I'm skeptical, but he was just like, I don't know. We were both like, yo, this thing could be over when we first started Flashpoint. We were like, why are we even doing a Destiny podcast when the game's at its absolute deadest? Because we love the game so much. And he answered, when I asked him this recent question, he was just like, oh, dude, I'm confident. He was like, I've seen enough from what they've, starting from Warmind, I believe was really the first change in the right direction structurally and reward-wise. They finally got it. You know what I'm saying? And I give Slow Mo some credit. Like, that's what Division done. What, like, sometimes you have to, you know what I'm saying, just stop simplifying stuff, because the people who like that, the casuals who gravitate towards that, once they get it so easy, they're gone. They're not going to stay engaged with your game. And then what happens is they got into a pattern where rewards didn't feel weight. You put all this effort and you're like, this is all I got? Well, this shader or this whatever, like, I'm not doing this again. You know what I mean? That's how it was when the raid first came out in Destiny 2. So, and everything was just too easy. It was a mess. And for them to literally brick by brick, step by step, week by week, changing this, updating it. It reminds me of what Division had to do when towards the end of the cycle, they actually finally listened to the community. So bringing us all up to speed. Warmind right now is the behind the scenes structural rewards grind stuff that the hardcore want. If you're a Destiny fan, to be honest, I agree with what Fawn is saying right now. This is for the hard. Warmind's for the hardcore. This is the love letter to hardcore. We hear you. We're doing what you want, right? Forsaken is going, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, what I've heard, that is the game changer all the way. You know what I'm saying? That is everything we wanted from Destiny 1 and the evolution to even making something. Because Destiny 1, people have this love letter as well, that everything was perfect. So this is, I'm seeing systems on top of
Destiny. It wasn't perfect.
Right, exactly. I'm seeing systems on top of D1 that they're adding for Forsaken that sound and look phenomenal. You know what I mean? To me, they're hitting on paper, because we have to play it. We still have to, engage with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get too crazy. But I am confident to say right now, if you've been away from Destiny, I would say Forsaken is by far the best time to come back. By far. If you like Destiny and you still want to play it right now, by all means, yeah, get that Warmind. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, shout out to Jay Fon. Yeah, Forsaken is truly the make or break. Absolutely. We've said that all the time. We make no bones saying if Forsaken failed somewhere and it fell on its face, it's over for Destiny. People ain't got time for that. It's too many games. Like you got Red Dead out here in these streets. You got Call of Duty, regardless how people feel about it, out in these streets. You got Anthem coming. You got Division 2. There is way too much competition for Destiny to be messing around. So, but all I can say is it must be doing something right, because as of, not that long ago, just with Warmind alone, if you look at the Xbox top played list right now, right? Back, if you looked at this like 2 months ago, Destiny was out of the top like 15 and 20 games played. Like single player games, like Fallout 4 was ahead of Destiny 2. You know what I'm saying? Like single player games that have been out years ago was ahead of, talking about in terms of pure engagement with people, you know what I'm saying? Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
I love slow-mo.
Oh, you're right. You're gonna get roasted on Wednesday, man. It's all.
I gotta see Wednesday.
Someone's gonna get roasted.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like it's one of them things, man, where it's just like they are doing so much the right thing. Because I looked like maybe it was as long as 2 weeks ago, Destiny was up to number 5.
Wow.
Wow. Forsaken's not even out, and people are like back in. And obviously, you see our clan and stuff like that. People are wanting to get back in. They are getting pleased by the things they were seeing, and every bullet point that they were mad about seems to be getting addressed. So yeah, I think it's safe, man. You can put your toe back in, give it a shot. If you're still hesitant, maybe you wait for the review. If you're that hurt, like there's some people that are like, yo, not coming back still. I'm not falling for this. Nope. I'll put that in the slow-mo group. The slow-mo is like, nope, not falling for this. We got to see. I think those people, I say you wait, give it like after Forsaken Leaks, you give it like a 2-week period, see how the community reacts, because by then the raids will be out, the major raid will be out. People will kind of grind it through a lot of the content, at least half of the content. Secrets will start coming out, and then, but yeah, man, I'm confident. I'm very confident, and I haven't said that in a long time. I'll be lying to you if I didn't think at certain points, as the most hardcore Destiny fan, I was like, this game's dead. Wow. I said it. I said that. I can remember saying that, me and about to saying that. Maybe the lowest period is probably right after Osiris. I would say like November, the love affair ended. People started to peel the layers to see what was actually behind it, which was nothing. And then Curse of Osiris, which was the biggest letdown. Me and you've had that discussion many times.
Osiris was terrible.
Yeah. So after that, that was people were done. It was a joke out here in these streets.
Yeah.
And that's when we started Flashpoint.
It's interesting. Speaking of clan activity, the one thing I've noticed is that clan activity for the IOP clan, there's more people online now than there was prior to, or even when Osiris came out.
Big time.
Like there's a lot of people online now.
Big time. Like,
and that's impressive. Like I'm like, wow, man, look at all these people playing Destiny right now.
Yeah, I look at
the IOP clan.
I'm shocked. I'm like, I didn't think. Look, when you got Fonz coming back, I remember Fonz. I used to come in talking that Destiny talk. He'd be like, man, shut up. Get out of here. I used to be on BRAP. Fonz was like, nope, they messed up. It was an ILP with him, and I believe Bloody Knuckles. Bloody Knuckles is hurt. Like he used to be a D1 hardcore. Yeah. He's like they feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? They really felt betrayed, and they were justified. I couldn't say Fonz was wrong. I couldn't say Slow-Mo was wrong. Even Addict, he's like, nope, raids are trash. Can't do it. That's my favorite thing. I don't like these raid layers. I don't like this. I don't like that.
He said the raid layers felt like a hotel or something.
Yeah, they were calling it apartment 2C instead of a full raid. I felt them, man. And sometimes those people are lost forever, but they're doing it brick by brick by brick. Shout out to Fonz. Yup, and if they mess up again, I'm truly down. Listen, I feel you, Fonz. I can't. Forsaken is make a break, So we'll see what's up. But I will tell y'all right now, I'm confident. I think they got it. I really do. I really think they got it, man.
Man, I hope so, man. I've been having a good time playing the game more recently.
Yeah, King's mad at you though. He's like, if you don't get in the damn chat.
Hey, I was in the chat.
Glad get some stuff, man. We got to run you through. We got to build you up, man.
So I get in the chat right with King and some other people, and they're not even playing Destiny. They're playing some zombie game.
Oh yeah. Well, those guys, those are like we got levels to it. Like those guys, Tack and like Fonz will tell you, we've got guys that are so good they've maxed out everything. They've got like it's the crazy amount they're grinding. Those guys, those are the guys that help and Sherpa a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So when you saw them play, it's like literally they are so thirsty they can't stop eating up the content. And I don't know how they do it. A lot of this stuff, I'm like, damn, how did you get that so fast? Like,
Yeah,
I don't even have enough time in the day. You know what I'm saying? So these guys really do it. So what they do is they take a little break. They still help. They still help people. They just helped me last night, like last night for a little bit.
yeah.
And then they're chomping at the bit because they're trying to get everything they can grind for possible to be as ready for Forsaken as possible. And these guys got 3 characters, so they're savages.
3 characters?
Yeah, dude, they got 3 characters, all maxed out, solstice gear, raid gear, everything. Like, we got some dudes, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Tag, Dino, Def Clutch.
Yeah, Dino was in there yesterday.
Yeah, man. We've got some serious dudes. And what I'm working on is picking up more Crucible guys, 'cause I really want to get on the hardcore. We're growing, man. We're growing. We got a lot of stuff popping, but I got some ringers coming in. You know what I'm saying? We gonna light up the Crucible. But yeah, BRAP, you got to get in there. And I spoke to EJ, like, if you want me, Solve. Lord Sovereign was playing Destiny yesterday.
Yeah, he needs to pull his weight, man. Just throw that out there.
I'm dead.
Look, man, I got the tweet from Lord King about people. Right?
No doubt.
Oh man, so if I see Savon, man, I'm like, whoa, what? He's online.
Unicorn sighting just happened. I'll put him out there. I'll put the tweet out. We took a screenshot of him actually online.
He was playing?
Dude, look at my timeline. I put the tweet out. I was like, no, tell your kids from generation to generation, you've actually seen Shaw play on Xbox in his profile online. I was like, he's like Haley's Comet. Yeah, 75 years to come around. Yeah. You got to tell your kids you saw it.
I saw Haley's Comet. I saw Lord Sovereign on Xbox Live.
This doesn't happen often, y'all. Y'all got to cherish this.
Oh man. I mean, so he's more of a single player guy? Like, what's his?
Sav really, if you look at it, PlayStation is his system. Xbox is his preference, but PlayStation is his system of the generation because he loves those single player experiences. Sav wants to be left alone with surround sound, a great narrative, or a great stealth game.
A cup of tea.
Yep, cup of tea, feet up, so the wife don't bother him. Yeah. He's good. He ain't necessarily all about that cooperative life anymore. Like he's like, okay, yeah, I'll jump in maybe if we force him. But he's such a single player solo guy. He loves it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I go through phases where I'm like that.
Yeah.
Where I don't want to be in a party. I just want to, play a single player game. Mm-hmm. But then I go through phases where I'm like, oh, I want to run a strike. I want to play with some people, just hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, absolutely, and that's the beauty of Destiny. It's just people understand. Not only is it the best gunplay. I'm gonna talk my mess now. Not only is the best gunplay.
No, there's no argument. It's fact.
Yeah, people underestimate that the music is phenomenal. The graphics, the backdrops, the vistas. Graphically, I'm sorry. That 4K HDR. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. And then on top of that.
Yep.
You've got the best cooperative experience. A lot about Destiny is just being in them strikes with your friends, talking that talk, having fun, shooting, getting loot. Then you got the fashion aspect. Oh, look what he wearing. Oh, where did he get that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the emotes. Destiny, it has so much to it, man. It's the only knock that you can say is maybe some Activision shiestiness, whatever. Okay, fine. And narrative, I'll give you. It's always been a disjointed mess. You know what I'm saying? I'll always give that. And the hardcore narrative guys are not gonna get over that just because of gunplay. But if you like shooting it with your friends, having some fun, replay it a 6-player, and then Escalation Protocol 9 players, there's no game that satisfies all these different things, as well as having a dedicated multiplayer. Because I'm a multiplayer guy as well. So it's just like, oh, shout out to Fonz. He got this fire of jelly.
Nice.
Jelly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, how many other games can actually pull off all those different gameplay components? I mean, how many times do we see games that have a co-op, aspect to it?
Yep.
And the multiplayer sucks. Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do. They have a lot of different modes. And the coolest thing, you can do the raid, and then you grab 6, those same 6 you did the raid. All right, let's all jump in and do some Iron Banner. So the fun continues. You know what I'm saying? It's just, listen, it never said the game's perfect, but it's just one of those games that no few games can do what it does. You know
Like
what
the
I'm
Division. The Division can't touch it. Let's just look. Let's just keep it real.
saying? I'm biased.
The Division cannot do what Destiny does.
It can, but it does. See, the thing is, the Division. Let me tell you where the Division does win, though. On certain things over Destiny, where the Division wins is you've got the hardcore people that love MMOs, like Destiny is low key frauding as an MMO. It's really like a console looter shooter, but it don't really go deep with the mid maxing and making all your gear cater towards this build. There's a lot
The
of
customization
it's a
isn't
lot
as
of
deep. Yeah.
it's a lot of minutia with Division.
Yes.
Hardcore MMO guys like, and then the
Yeah.
other thing with Division, these guys don't want to do space magic, right? Like me, I don't want to do tactical shoot the dude with the hoodie 50 times. But then this dude, I'm going that slow a little bit, low key though. So you my man. But this dude's like slow. It's like, yo, I don't want to be doing this fake fantasy. Let me get my M16. Let me get the real clips. You know what I'm saying? Let me get busy with my tactical military. You know what I'm saying? Fonz is stupid slow mo in the Division trap. You know, straight y'all hard.
Straight trash.
Division got better, man. Listen, I'm not a Division guy, but I know for a fact it got better. And they got the PvE, they got the Dark Zone. They said they got raids. I'm be honest, as much as I'm a Destiny, I'm worried about when Division 2 come out because
I'm not.
I know you're not, but
I'm not, because look, this is what Ubisoft does, right?
What they do.
They release a game, it's broken, it doesn't work, the servers are all jacked up. 6 months later, the game's good.
Then it gets better.
It gets better. I mean, that's pretty much their MO. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
You're right. I will say this though: if anyone has learned from their mistakes, it's them. And I tell you this though: I got to keep it true. As much as I'm a Destiny fanboy, we got to keep it true. When Division dropped during the D1 era, they took a lot of the Destiny base. A lot of Destiny base was angry at that time. There wasn't a lot of content coming. And Division was that wave for like at least 3 to 4 months strong.
Wasn't it like the top selling?
Yes, they broke Destiny's record of the fastest, the most selling new IP.
Yeah, they did. I forgot about that.
Gotta give it up. You know what I'm saying? As much as I remember, listen, I used to fight with people in my clan. They were like, "Hey, man, we ain't playing that Destiny. No, nobody playing that. That's dead. Division is it." I remember. I was like, "Oh, you traitors!" I can't believe I was low key hating on Division in the beginning because I was just mad that half of my clan went over there, and I was like, "All right, let me give it a shot." It just wasn't for me, but I said I understand why this thing is what it is. I told them, and King was mad. Me and King went at it. He was like, "Nobody playing that crap. I don't even know why you over there." I said, "Let me tell you this. Here's the thing. I said, with Destiny wins, when you beat Destiny, it's not over. There's end game. There's a raid. There's this to do. There's that." I said, Division 1 at the time didn't really have a proper end game. So when the layers peeled back and then it was time, he said, "I hate on it because it sucks, God, you stupid." When the layers peeled back, people were like, "Yeah, I don't really like this," and then people were grieving. They had a lot of problems with the Dark Zone, and that's when people started to see that, and then they kind of came back to Destiny. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like people just were done at a certain point. The hardcore stayed, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not counting them out. When they don't, the problem is they got Anthem right then and there, but it's gonna be interesting, man. There's a lot of competition. I think Destiny has to be right now corrected, because they won't last until next year. So this is why it's so much make or break.
Yeah, I think I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the Division 2 for the reason I just gave earlier. Oh, Font said the gunplay and the Division's like a Tomb Raider game.
Oh my god.
Savage.
He's a savage.
I'm not even, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not even convinced if Anthem's gonna be what everyone thinks it's gonna be. Like
I got some new information on that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'll spill it a little bit. I got my boy Arix gaming, and he's really tied close to what's going on over there. And he said some cryptic stuff on ILP that now I look back and I seen Casey Hudson mirrors and stuff he said.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, Arix, he gave me a gem and I didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
Dropped a nugget and you were like,
yeah, I didn't even, it was in plain sight, but he did it so smooth. What I think the thing is with Anthem is, see, they know they got something over both Destiny and Division. what's the weakness? It's that narrative, right? For the most part, like compelling story. This is Casey. This is Mass Effect 1 through 3, y'all.
Oh, I remember he did say this recently.
Right. And the thing that struck my head is when he said, see, we're approaching things different. We have this open world, whatever, multiplayer experience, cooperative experience. He said, but it's still really a single player game at heart, because as you go away as a single player, there's a legit story. So I think they're going the narrative route, you know what I'm saying, and focusing on that as opposed to this PvP, like all things in one. Because a lot of the people, like Bethesda guys and stuff like that, they don't like Destiny and Division because in their minds they don't like the stories. If they can pull off a Mass Effect story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now with a single player thing, and then have also bleed into now a player kind of cooperative thing that kind of merges, they may be on to something. We got to see if they can pull it off. That's all. We got to see if they can pull it off. I'm worried.
It's going to be difficult to do.
It's difficult, but that's what he said. He said, we're doing something different. He's like, Casey said it. He was just like, we're going to have a separate section where you have a complete single player experience. So I'm very curious to see where that goes. Let's see how that affects things. So it's ambitious. It's very ambitious. We got to see.
That's interesting. Sounds like they're taking everything they've learned from Mass Effect, and then taking bits and pieces of Division, Destiny from a multiplayer perspective.
Yes,
trying to combine the two together. That's interesting because everyone thought it was going to be like this Destiny killer, and every time, my experience historically has been, anytime I hear, "Oh, this game's going to be the so-and-so killer," it never works out. It just doesn't. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times do we hear, "Oh, this game's going to be the Halo killer."
Facts.
Or this game's going to be the Grand Theft Auto killer.
Facts.
Or, I mean, or this game's going to be the Madden killer. Actually, that did happen with NFL 2K. That was a real thing.
Yeah,
that's
hard.
What is Fawn saying?
He's like, he said I shouldn't have pre-ordered Anthem. He said, Enrique, they haven't learned it.
Dude.
Andrew, shit, damn.
Let me tell you, you gotta love Jay Fonzarelli's hot takes, man.
Yeah, I love Fonz, man.
Fonz is a good dude, man. I love Fonz. Fonz, we gotta get you back on BRAP, man. It's been too long.
Absolutely.
So that's interesting, man. But I'm not. I don't know.
You're not there yet. You're not there. You got.
I'm not there yet with Anthem. I'm not convinced yet.
You're not. Listen, I am very cautious with it. I'm not all the way there too with it either. Don't get me wrong. I'm on the one that's like I got Division over it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm curious because it's trying to do something. To me, it feels like, Destiny. Actually, more like Titanfall, Monster Hunter World, and a little bit of Destiny had a love child. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Love child. Oh my god.
But we'll see. I'm willing to just hear them out because the only reason why I gotta see though, like I'm a Casey Hudson fanboy.
Yeah. And by the way, it's so good to see him back.
Yeah, man.
It really is.
That perm though. What's up with that perm? What's Casey? What's up, bro? You in the 80s, man. Holding on to that mullet a little too long. Bro.
Yeah.
That's my man.
No chemicals, just natural juices and berries.
Let me stop, man. Shout out to Casey. That dude, that's my guy. I'll never forget when he came out on the E3 stage when it was a Microsoft exclusive. I was like, what is this game? It's like every choice you make has consequences. Remember the dialogue choices?
Yes.
Full voice. Mass Effect 1 was revolutionary at its time.
It was.
Yeah, sad to see Microsoft not control that, but that's another story.
I mean they should have immediately lock that game down.
Yeah, I look at games like Destiny, I look at Mass Effect, and I'm like, what could have been if Microsoft was actually had their head in the game and not let those go through, But I remember I never forget the E3, and I'm like, oh, just look at this dude with the perm. I was like, oh, that game looked fire. I was like, that Mass Effect, bro. Native, what's up, man? Stop triggering my boy Addict, man. You got him all mad the last I opened.
Addict got fired up a little bit.
Yeah, Native was going in. I love Native.
The Native was trolling him so bad.
Oh, man.
What did he say? He said, "Oh, you agree with plagiarism?"
He was like, "Oh, Addict supports plagiarism."
Oh,
Disney support, Xbox support plagiarism. I was like, yo.
oh my God. No, he said Xbox and plagiarism okay
Yeah.
if you're
He said,
doing something.
he said, if you're stressed, it's okay to be
Yeah.
plagiarized. Oh my God, Forte, what's up, baby?
What's up, Forte?
What's on, man?
Oh my God, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious.
Native in the chat, man. Oh my God, he's hilarious.
Yeah, Native, please don't troll anybody today. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, man.
Slow-mo saying, now that I'm no longer driving, let me dispel some of these lies, said
Ooh!
Indiana. There's no lies. There's no lies, man. You have stock accounts. You play an inferior game of the division. That's cool. That's what you want to do.
The slow man. I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on as well. I haven't got slow. I like slow man a lot. I like a lot of his takes. He's funny.
No, Slow-mo's a good dude, man.
Yeah, that's the homie. Oh, Boss Move is in here. What's up, boy? I missed you, man. I missed you on IP, bro.
What's up, Boss Moves?
Boss Move. Somebody's taking your funny chat title now, man. Relevance Battling and Jonathan B. They coming for you, man. They coming for your spot.
Yeah.
Funniest in the chat.
So J Fon said that Halo Infinity is going to be a clone of Destiny. Slow-mo says Halo can't be a clone of something that's a clone of itself. That's a good point, Slow-mo.
It's kind of a good point.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Let me ask you something. What do you think of?
What's up?
What do you think of Halo Infinity? You think it's going to be a Destiny? Because a lot of people are speculating that that's going to be
like the Destiny.
More, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the vibe I got was more of a nostalgic feel to like Halo 1. That's the vibe
I got too. Yeah.
I mean, we obviously don't know anything. We know it's a new energy, and we don't know what direction they're going. But yeah, like I mean, it's early. I just when I saw it, I had feels because I'm like, this feels like that wonder when you played Halo 1. It just felt that way when it just looked like that. When I looked at the Vistas and all that. Then the other thing we got to keep it real. A lot of this stuff could be just tech demos. You know, at the time the game release, you know, it's a stark departure from what you've seen in a E3 trick. Come on, Brad. We've been gaming long enough to know some E3 trailers is like concept in theory, what they call the vertical slice. Like,
and then 2 years later, you're like, wait a minute.
You're like, wait a minute. This thing, you know what I'm saying? That kind, and I'm not saying they finessing us. I'm just saying like that engine is still, you know, it's a new engine. You know, I don't anticipate that on this gen. You know what I'm saying? I anticipate, that's me personally. I think that's definitely the Xbox 2 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I like what I saw. I like what I felt. You know, I don't think they go inside that MMO space, but who knows? Maybe they try to cash in, but they kind of already dispelled the battle royal thing, right? Because people are like, oh, are you gonna have? Will it have battle royal? And I thought somebody jumped in front of that from 343, maybe Bonnie or somebody jumped up and said, they're not gonna have that. Yeah, not gonna couldn't do that. So
yeah, I don't want them to do battle royal. Like to me, that's like they're late. They're late. Yeah, they're too late to the game for that.
Fawn says, think about it. Microsoft wants service-based games. Halo is perfect for a Destiny clone. I mean, I hear you. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm just saying my gut from what I saw says I don't think so, but maybe they do it. Maybe they say, you know what? We got to get a piece of this, you know, console MMO shooter thing. But I just think it'll be hard for them because Chief is such a central thing to their universe. Whereas like these MMO things, there's really no, you know, it's just you are the protagonist. It's generic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But I wouldn't put it past them if they thought about that money.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, well, you know what? I think we have come to the end of this BRAP rant.
This is fun, man.
Yeah,
long overdue.
This is long overdue. This is always a great time. Always a great discussion. And we got to do another rant sometime soon, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to bring you back. Api. You've been missing in action. It's just been so busy since we came back from E3, but we finally winding down. August kind of slow down. After August is September, be back in the mix. But I got to get you back on. I got to get Fonz back. I got to slow. There's so much I got to get people on. You know what I'm saying? And just have some fun, talk our topics, and just, you know, have fun, man. That's what it's about, bro.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. And you know, it's I haven't been in the live chat as much as I've been, dude. I've been just busy, man. Like, you know, we're moving. I'm moving now. So I'm, you know, getting my house. Finally got a contract. I got a contract on my house.
Nice, congrats, bro.
Thanks, man. We actually put our house on sale on Thursday and got an offer the same day.
Wow, congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks. But before that, man, we were doing a lot of painting, a lot of fixing up the house.
Yeah, you've been waiting.
And yeah, you just and then we put a contract on the house, and so we're in that process, and then my wife's due
Yeah, you got
in
a
a
lot
couple
going
weeks,
on.
man. So I got a lot of moving parts, moving
Yeah, no
pieces.
doubt. You got a little BRAP on the way too.
Yeah, exactly. So, the
Look,
cool thing is though, man, I get my own gaming room with a new place.
don't,
Like
don't.
I have a room where I'm at now, but it's like an open basement.
Okay.
But now I have like a room with a door in the basement.
Oh, so you got the official man cave now.
Yeah,
Now
so
you set
now
man cave status.
yeah, exactly.
That's
So
what's up.
now I can close the door. No one has
Yo,
to.
Jay
uh,
Fonz, stop. You got to stop.
what does
He
Jay Fon
said,
say?
"Congrats." He said, "Enrique is finally getting out of the ghetto." Cause finally, bro.
Jay
Yo,
Fon is crazy, man.
yo, Fonz got a chill.
I'm finally getting out of the ghetto. Yes, I'm moving on up, Jay Fons.
He out of the projects now, y'all.
Yeah,
He's doing big things.
yeah. But you know what? You know what sucks though, man? Oh man, I only have the choice of Comcast.
Yes, we were talking about this offline.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, yeah. Remember I was asking you about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't like them, but what's your choice? Did you at least find out get kind of like some better upload down? Like, what's up? Like,
No, I haven't had a conversation with them since, and I mean the downloads are pretty impressive, but the
mhm.
uploads are the issue.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got told King, I said, remember come down to that part when Cog's gonna get married. People laugh at me. I'm dead serious with this. I am not moving to no area where there ain't no fiber or some choices. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's how important internet is to me. Shout out to Kevin Forte's sake of my head
Four,
Cog. I had awful
4 days
experiences.
Comcast.
Yeah, I had awful experiences back in the day, but that's here, New York City, New Jersey, tri-state. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't have the greatest reputation where I'm at. But
Hmm.
I've heard they've improved, and I've heard the speeds have really improved. So you just got to find out if they have a package. You know what I'm saying? As far as because I believe your downloads was lit, what you were
Oh
showing
yeah,
me.
400 megs down.
Yeah, well, you lit. It's just your up. Your up
Yeah,
was like something way different.
like 10 megs.
Yeah, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I think you have to look. Sometimes, a lot of times, they have these sub packages. If you call, he says Fonz has a gig down and 60 up with Yeah,
Comcast. Yeah,
yeah, it's
it could be a
interesting.
thing where you have to actually, talk to,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
to
thing is, you gotta understand, they gotta know with that kind of speed, who's wanting that. PC gamers, console gamers. A lot of times these guys have, if you call in, may have like gamer packages to kind of, work around
yeah,
what your specific needs are. Saying. But
yeah.
yeah, that you gotta get straightened out, bro. You do a podcast, you do heavy gaming, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely that's a priority with the house.
Oh yeah, no, and we're probably looking at getting the house hardwired too. That's another thing.
Nice.
So
Nice. That's
Comcast won't
smart.
do that. We have to get somebody to do that.
Yeah, get that Cat 6 flowing, them cables, dedicated ports. Because you don't want to rely on wireless. Even though wireless has gotten so much better, there's always could be some interference. There's always could be something. You definitely want to use that as a secondary thing as opposed to your primary for what you call it. For
J Fon's saying, but Comcast has data caps and they do throttle.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, and
They do.
this is why when we
Remember when we had it was me, you, and Megadeth about that net neutrality.
yeah, man,
This is where we at.
we talked
Yeah,
about this months ago, and
we-
I don't know if people listen, but
yeah, we're here now.
yeah, we're here now. It's an issue.
Mhm.
Verizon doesn't have data caps, but
Mhm.
someone said it because I have Verizon. They don't have any data caps, but I tell you what, though,
Yeah,
they will eventually.
facts.
They will. I mean, because they're gonna make money off of it.
They're gonna make money. They're gonna make money. Absolutely. You even predicted it. I see them coming out with a check out this new gaming tier.
Yeah, I mean,
For
but it makes sense. Like, they'll take away the service. You want more,
Yep.
you gotta pay for it.
Yep. Facts.
Supply and demand.
That's how it works, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
unfortunately. Actually, before we wrap up, Kanye, I gotta ask you one more question, man.
Talk to me, man.
Are you ready for Red Dead Redemption 2?
I am a Red Dead Redemption fraud. I am a confess right now on
What?
blast. I'm a fraud, bro. Like
Oh man.
I don't know what happened in
Did you
that.
not play the game last
I,
Jan, or you played
I
parts of it?
don't know what happened that when did Red Dead 1 release? Fonz, probably shut up, Fonz.
2012?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but whatever that period was, there must have been like 2 or 3 other games at that time. And I made like a tough decision because I didn't really know Red Dead. I knew it was Rockstar. Probably shouldn't have
Hmm.
trusted it. Stupid decision. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, so I made the wrong choice. And then I never played. And then I remember Saab telling me, "Carp, this game is nuts, yo. Da 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 da." You know what I'm saying? Yes, Sam, you told me to correct it. I know, I know. The problem, Sam, let me tell you what the problem really is. Destiny's good. And then when Destiny's good, it's a full-time job, and I don't get a chance to play them much. So when Destiny's bad, y'all see me playing everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, oh, boss move disrespectful. You ain't missing nothing. Wow. But I will
No,
say this.
I disagree with Boss Moves.
Boss move troller. He
That
should got to
game
be
that game
trolling.
has one of the best endings ever.
Yes, and
Ever.
I will say this. That trailer, yo. I was like, okay, you got my attention. You got my attention. So I see what Fonz is talking about. I'm gonna see what Saab's talking about. I'm debating though because I was gonna do one with the X enhancement that I have,
Mhm.
but I'm like, I kind of heard a little spoiler, and I'm like, well, I don't. Do I need to really play it? Is it that important that I play? And I was like, maybe I just jump in fresh
Through
on
the X
two.
the X enhancement?
Yeah, no, it looks
Oh,
phenomenal.
it
Yeah.
looks like yeah, it's oh my god, it looks so good.
So you say I have do this is for the Red Dead
You need to play. There are
is it a
certain
must?
titles in the console generation that every gamer must play. That is one of those titles from last console gen.
Mm. Yeah,
I'm
Sam.
telling
Sam is on me. Sam told me about that, and he said I better get Metro done too, because we got a chance to some behind the scenes. I don't know. Sam got to correct me if I can't talk about it. But yeah, man, we got some behind the scenes
you.
stuff.
Yeah. Don't break any
No, we're not
NDA.
gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not, we're not plagiarizing. We're not snitching.
We
So,
definitely not plagiarizing.
but y'all basically y'all are saying what you call it, Red Dead, man, that I got to do it part one.
I mean, the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2 looks so good. I
Yes.
mean, just the oh my, I'm like, what wizardry is like? What is this? Like, this is
Mhm.
yeah, Rockstar isn't always typically known for visually appealing games. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
even Grand Theft
absolutely.
Auto is kind of like,
Yeah, it wasn't a
uh,
graphical powerhouse. It was just, you know what I'm saying, this open world thing and all these things you could do. But Red Dead looked like this is something different. Like this
yeah.
feel different. I was like, and I looked at the detail. I think Foz put a tweet up and he was like, look at what they doing. He had to on a horse. And I was like, damn, like this look crazy.
So
Yeah.
somebody put on YouTube the detail to Red Dead 2 is so impressive that even the horses have testicles.
Yes, someone put I fell out. He was like, if you look at the Xbox One X version, you can even see the detail on the horse balls. And I was like, I can't with you, man.
I like
Oh man, this is too much fun.
I'm telling you, man, if you can do it, Magneto, play the game, you will love it.
I'm fired up because at the end of the day, it's Xbox One enhancement, and that joint with the 4K, that look, it doesn't even look like an old gen game. It looks like it really
Current
that
gen.
much improved. Yeah, it looks current
Yeah.
gen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I got to do it. I'll do it. I'll get it done because I'm getting killed out here.
Yeah. All right. Next time we have you on a BRAP rant,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
hopefully
sir.
we have an update that you finished it.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna be no. It's gonna be. I probably got in 3 to 4 levels. It'll probably be that. Just I
Yeah.
can't throw it all the way. But now I'm gonna try. As a gamer, I owe it to myself
All
to try that game.
right, man. Chief Tommy says Red Dead Redemption is the GOAT.
Woo! Talking that talk. I gotta hear it, man. I just love how passionate Fonz is about it. Like I just love looking
Fonz.
at his timeline and just
I think
seeing.
Fonz has beaten the game like 4 times.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he loves it. It's like
That's his
one of his
game.
favorite games.
See, I love hearing stuff like that. That makes me want to play. I need to know why someone feels so strongly about it.
Hey, Fonz, you know what? I will take you up on that. Fonz says I'll do a whole hour on a BRAP rant about Red Dead Redemption.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that, man. We'll do it before Red Dead 2 comes out.
No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh my God, what is slow mo talking about?
He talking about the horsepower.
Oh my goodness.
You fool. Yeah, your chat is lit today.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. All right, Lord Cognito, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Love having you on.
Love it.
We gotta do another rant sometime soon.
Yeah, man. You know how we get when we get together. It's
Yeah.
always that chemistry. It's always magic talking that talk.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. Always talking video games and just like you said, man, having fun doing so.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, appreciate being here. It's been a long time, long overdue. Good seeing the faces also in the chat, man. It's fun, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Love
no,
it.
big shout out to everyone in the live chat. Chief Tome, Fonzarella, Gaming Forte, Punk Kiddish, DMV Gaming.
That's my
Matty
dude.
Beast is in the chat now. Who else? Irrelevant Native and
Yeah.
Sam Tolbert. Anyone else I missed?
Natty B, salute, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Slow mo in the live
Slow
chat.
mo.
So
Yes, sir.
I missed you.
Sam Tolbert,
Yep.
killing it out here.
Yeah, I gotta get Sam back on. We gotta do a Brap
Gotta
rant
get
with him.
Sam on, man.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Sam on since E3, right before E3.
Yeah, you gotta get Sam on. That has to be a goal. Absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta get him. I gotta get him back on. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, Cognito. For those who don't know about the ILP, which I'd be surprised if they didn't, but let everyone know
Yeah,
about the
man.
ILP on Sundays, man.
Yes, sir. Every Sunday is the Lord's Day. Make sure you are there. Now, I got something I want to say, but I don't want to jinx it. So I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna say
You got a
it.
big guest coming.
I don't want to jinx
You
it.
got
All
Phil
I'm-
Spencer coming.
the Phil is not coming. I will
Phil's gonna be in the ILP this Sunday.
he gonna be there. No, Phil's not coming to King's dismay. But hopefully, like I said, fingers crossed, guys. I'm just trying to seal the deal on something. Stay tuned for Sunday. If no one shows up, then stay tuned for us.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. 1 p.m.
Mm.
Eastern Standard. And just a heads up too, you're gonna rock this out to until September, because even the Lords bend the knee to NFL football Sundays. Because the time will change then during the first half of the season. That's when everybody's team thinks they're in it, so everybody wants to watch. You know what I'm saying? But now,
That's
yeah,
too
stay
funny.
tuned. Tick Network, obviously, this is Tick Fam in the building. We got the affiliates, y'all. My man BRAP is official family, so I'm loving that. So yeah, man, thank you so much for having me. I love these BRAP rants. And also, like I said, for the Destiny Hardcore, stay on the ILP channel. I can't pump it more than enough. My man Ebonjis and me, we really do deep dives every week on Friday, usually in the morning, Friday, about 9, 10 a.m. Eastern. We do Flashpoint. My man Ebonjis, we talk that real hardcore Destiny talk. And for those people who are on the fence and just want to know what's going on, definitely check us out, man. We have fun with it. Smaller show, but we try to keep it condensed and just get to the topic. So please check us out. And like I said, Brap, make sure you check him out. What you got going, Brap? What's going on? Come on, bro. Oh, go Niners. That's right. Salute Fonz. Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Oh, Punk is too? 14. Oh, I know we had some Niners in. Oh, man.
Whoa, Puck, you live in the DMV? How can you be?
I thought Punk was Redskins.
I know.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay, Punk.
no.
He's down with me now. We got him from you.
Wow. Wow. All right. That's hey.
Jimmy G. No doubt. Guapolo. That's what I call him.
He's gonna be the MVP this year.
I hope so, man. I'm keeping expectations low. I just want, if they can just get to the playoffs, set the table, then I'm good.
We know the Redskins aren't making the playoffs.
I'm surprised you're not a Red. What did you? You're a Ravens, did you?
Man, I'm not an anything fan, man. I hate the Redskins. Don't care for the Ravens.
No football, no NFL. Oh, you a college football dude? You like that?
I don't even like college football, man. University of Maryland. They killed. You hear what happened with that?
Nah, what happened?
Big scandal, man. The 19-year-old offensive tackle died in practice in May for heat stroke.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're saying that it was, that it was really the fault of the coaching staff, and that the coaching staff has promoted a
like that type of culture.
A culture of fear and abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Damn.
Slow-mo saying go Skins.
Yeah, he rapping. I thought you was a Skins fan, man. You're supposed to be at FedEx Field. You're supposed to be out there.
No, I'm not going to FedEx, man. Nah, man. FedEx, you go there, you $13 beer. No, thank you.
You're not about that life.
Nope. I'm not doing that.
But it don't make no sense, bro, because you Capitals. I see you rapping.
Yes, the National Stanley Cup. Yes.
You supposed to do the trifecta of why the black sheep of Washington.
Dude, don't get me started on the Nationals. Let me get started on the Nationals. The Redskins, man. Here's the thing, man. I don't go to FedEx Field because I'm done giving Dan Snyder my money.
Got you.
As long as that team is profitable, that's all he cares.
That's all he cares. Okay,
that's all he cares about. He every year he fools the fans.
Basically, you think he finessing with to act like they in competition.
Yeah, come on. I mean, we didn't sign Kirk Cousins, and then we bring in Alex Smith, and then come on. I mean, he's not serious about winning.
Yeah, I'm not. As a Niner fan, I'm not a fan of Alex Smith. So I was surprised by that when y'all didn't give Kirk the money. And to be honest, I wanted Kirk initially until we land the robbery of the century. Seems like with the,
Oh,
Jimmy G joint.
that was the
So,
robbery of the century.
you know, we'll see how he plays out though. I got to see him in the second year because NFL fast. They catch up to people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like. I think we're on the upswing, but I'm not getting a lot of fans getting crazy. Like, yo, I'm like, calm down. Let's just see. We got to see the defense, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, man. I mean, with the Redskins, gotta see, man. I agree. I didn't necessarily care for that move too much.
I might be an Eagles fan this year, man.
You out here bandwagon.
Yep, exactly.
No,
Carson Wentz. That's all I gotta say.
Going back for the Super Bowl. I feel
you. Yeah. Wait, Fuzzy Bell, there's the Eagles. We got some Eagles fans in here.
Nice. Eagles fly high.
Punk Kiddish is a Braves fan? Punk, are you from the DMV? He's like, I like no home sports teams here.
Oh, you sound a little bit like me, Punk Kiddish. Like, it's the only New York team I like is the Mets, and they super trash.
Oh, Mets fan. That's
and that was crazy. I grew up in South Bronx, right next to Yankee Stadium.
How are you not a Yankees fan?
Everyone tells me that because you know what it is, and I'm showing my age. In the 80s, the Mets would have wave. You don't understand. The Mets ran the city. Them crazy.
No, they did. They had
amazing Mets. Yeah. Strawberry. Bro.
Hojo.
Yes, Hojo, all that. And they did drugs and they played hard. That was the cocaine 80s. That's what it was.
It was. Well, I mean, Doc Good was out there blowing lines and then going out and throwing the, pitching.
Yep, that team was nuts and crazy, but they were talented, and that's probably one of the two sports championships I've actually was like watched and seen happen. The other one was Niners '94. You know what I'm saying? That joint right there. But yeah, man, like those memories as a kid, you don't forget. So I'm a dummy, and I stood loyal.
Yeah,
they don't care about they're kind of like what you're saying. They don't care about the team. It's a big franchise, big market franchise that shops at Walmart. That's what I call them.
That's pretty much what they do, and makes bad trades.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's still paying Bobby Bonilla.
Oh,
what is it? Bobby Bonilla Day every July, whatever it is.
Yankee fans clown me, bro. Oh my God, I can't. You know what? You know what's like being a Mets fan in a Yankee city?
Oh, it's gotta be brutal.
Dude, it's like we're the stepchild. We're like the retarded little brother. It's bad.
That's how it is being a Redskins fan now. With Baltimore fans, because you got to remember the Redskins and the Ravens both play in Maryland.
You're right.
Their stadiums are in Maryland. Like they're probably 40 minutes down the interstate from each other.
Wait, hold on. Fuzzy said he born in New York, lived 6 blocks. Bro, you from the South? You from the Bookie? Let me find out, Fuzzy. That's you talking like near me.
Yeah,
that's where I'm from. What? And then he moved to Philly, and then okay. Oh, okay. So you New York, Fuzzy. That's what's up. We gotta chop it. I'm sorry. I talked to you about your I cut you up at the Ravens.
No worries, man. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like the Ravens, like, when's the last time the Skins won a Super Bowl?
Yeah. The Hogs, though. They had the Hogs.
Oh, come on, man. That's just...
the brother quarterback. What's his name? Doug
Williams.
Cool. You gotta rock.
Yeah, no, let me tell you
song. Hail to the Redskins.
We had a squad in the 80s, man. You remember our receiving core, Ricky Sanders, Gary Clark, Art Monk, the posse.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, they were good, man. They were good.
Yeah, I had that corner that I liked.
Daryl Green.
He was stupid fast. He was nice.
He was nice.
Yeah, a little joint, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Although Gary Clark's a mess.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Yeah, I ran to him at a bar.
Wow, you serious?
Drunk and doing blow. It was bad.
Oh!
Yeah, it's bad, man. I'm like, come on. I'm like, wait, yes, I grew up rooting for you, man.
Oh,
you were one of the good ones on the Redskins.
Damn.
Sound like you're hanging out with Dexter Manley too much. If you remember Dexter Manley.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. He couldn't read.
What?
He was illiterate. Yeah, he was illiterate.
No idea.
Yeah, he was illiterate.
He Floyd Mayweather in out here? Damn.
Would you say Floyd Mayweather? Floyd doesn't have to read, man. That dude just
counts cash the checks.
As long as
he's good.
Yeah. So hey, we got to talk sports sometime.
Yeah, man. We got this rate. We sound like we gonna do a sports podcast.
Yeah, sports podcast. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to bed.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. So Cognito, thank you again, man. Always a pleasure.
You know it, man.
Definitely gotta do this, do another BRAP rant and get you on BRAP. We gotta figure out the schedules, man.
Well, September, here's your lucky day. I am literally taking a week off.
Yes.
Forsaken like a fanboy. I'm taking a week off of work for Destiny.
Yes.
So I told people, all my peoples that hit me, that always ask me, get a shout out to you, Salty, a couple other people that I know y'all do in a week that I can never go because I usually start at like 8 or 9. That's when I'm getting ready for work. I can hit y'all podcast. So that week, if you're around, you know what I'm saying, I can do some guest spots.
All right, let's do it, man.
All right, man.
As long as the baby's not here by then.
Oh yeah, that's true. You got the baby.
Yeah.
So we'll work it out. We play it.
Yeah, we'll play by it. We'll figure it out. But
no doubt.
Yeah, all right, man. Well, big shout out to everyone in the live chat again. Thank you all for hanging out with us this morning. And we'll be back Wednesday night for a regular scheduled BRAP podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself, B Money, Eric Jackson, and Slow Mo.
Ow!
Oh, Slow Mo's gonna get roasted on Wednesday. Yeah,
I can't wait to hear y'all. Man.
I'm gonna pull receipts on him on Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, I might invite his father, Luca, to the Oh man, yeah. So we'll be back Wednesday, and remember, we are official. We are a Tick affiliate podcast, and so definitely, I dropped a link in the description below to the Inner Circle Network podcast or to the website. Nice. So definitely visit the website for all your latest gaming news and reviews.
Yes,
and you can check out other podcasts. So many podcasts on Tick now. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. You 4 Guys a Quarters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
NLG.
Yeah, man.
Multiverse. Double XP.
Gaming Perspective.
Yep. Tick on Saturdays.
Lords on Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Cal L, man. He's doing his thing, man.
Yeah, Cal is like, he's trying to get his Infinity Gauntlet on. You gotta watch that, man.
He's gonna snap his fingers at the podcast.
Man, you wake up next day, he's like, yeah, we acquired this. I'm like, damn, like, he good dude, man.
No, he is, man. Like he
gave us a shot. You know, I always appreciate him, man, regardless. And look up to Cal. A lot. Like what he does, he's been doing a long time as well. I don't think he gets enough credit.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Man. He's really, really good dude. And I remember it's so funny being on a podcast because I remember when I wasn't podcasting and with any of this stuff, I met him at E3 2015. I still got the pictures.
Okay.
I might put him up. I'll put up on an ILP Gram. I might put him up.
Was B Money there? Because I know B Money was.
Yeah, me and Buddy chill. Yeah, B Money. We all chill because it was Anchorman, B Money, and Cal. And they was Tick, they were doing their thing, I'm watching, I'm like, dude, I'm proud of you, bro. I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And this was like him fresh off he had the Phil Spencer interviews, you know what I'm saying? Fon says I'm Tick affiliated now too. But yeah, like he was really moving out there. And I was like, yo, let me get a picture with the bro. I met BG out there too. That was my first E3 ever. It was 2015. And yeah, man, and just to see it, I'm like, I look at that picture now. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like now I'm doing podcasts and I'm with Tick now. Like this is crazy.
That's funny, man.
So funny how time and things go.
Yeah, definitely. No, but big shout out to Cal, man. He's done a great job, man, and definitely appreciate the opportunity he's given us to be an affiliate. So yeah, just great to be part of what I would say is a positive movement.
Yeah. Absolutely. All good guys, man. Yeah. Good guys all around. And just people who are passionate about gaming and, leaving all the foolishness out the way.
You know what I like about it too is that we all love gaming.
Yes.
We all have different perspectives too, though.
Yes.
So you're not just getting the same,
Yes Man podcast all the way.
Yes, exactly.
I feel you. That's a good point.
So all right, everyone, we gotta get going. But Cognito, thank you again. And we'll catch everybody on the regular BRAP on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to come by and hang out with us on Wednesday. We're actually going to have a special guest on Wednesday. We're going to have
what you got?
We're going to have Kratos. Yes,
no doubt. The man, the myth, the legend.
Kratos will be, and he hasn't been on BRAP in a while, so we're gonna have him on and talk some Spider-Man because I know he's been going back and forth with the people on Twitter. Spider-Man.
Oh, I got to. That's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Shout out to J-Dub.
Yeah, so we're gonna have J-Dub on, and it's always great having him on. You don't want to miss this show. So Jay Fonz is Kratos trash.
Jay Fonz is lit today.
Yeah, he is. All right, everyone. Thank you again for stopping by. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Peace.